Oh fuck.
Okay, that is me. And what am I doing? I'm drinking vodka. But let's one step back. It all started one day in April. I was there and I was very bored when I received a message from my friend Lucas that tells me, "Hey buddy, comes to Warsaw if you are not doing nothing." I am a bit undecided. And then how much money I'm going to spend in Poland? Before deciding, I went on internet and I found this site. numbeo.com. Yeah, sorry for my pronunciation. Numbeo is a collaborative online database which allows users to share and compare information about the cost of living between countries and cities. For curiosity, I looked at the city of Warsaw and I was really surprised. For what? For the prices of everything. Everything is very cheap. So what we are waiting for? Nothing. So let's go. Well, so here we are in Warsaw, the capital of Poland. With 1,700,000 people, it's the main political, economic and cultural center of the country. During the war years, Warsaw maybe has been the city suffered the most. There were bombings, racial laws, the first Jewish ghettos, and it was the first capital to fall under the Nazi rule.
Aufstehen! Hoch! Werft ihn raus!
The Nazi army completely destroyed the city and deported all its citizens. After the war, communism reconstructed the town in Stalinist style, which is why the city now looks like this. Now the city is a mix of communist buildings and Western glass skyscrapers. However, often confronted with the city of Krakow, Warsaw should be grey and sad. But it's not like that, and now I show you why. We are in Warsaw, and the first things you must to see is the whole city, where you can find a lot of things to see. Zamek Królewski, the Royal Palace, or the Museum of Marie Curie, very nice. Continue the tour in the old city, you can walk on the Barbakan, that are some medieval walls that it has been destroyed during the war and rebuilding as it was. Here we can meet my friend Lucas, but before we move forward, tell me your story.
Jesus, my story. Okay, so I guess I would start it off with this. I was born in Poland. When I was about a year and a half, we immigrated out to Canada. And I'm 25 now, and I was sitting at a corporate office at my desk and decided that I needed a bit of an adventure. So what I did is I 2-week paid vacation and then called them and said I wasn't gonna come back. And so I stayed here, and it's given me an opportunity to get to know the country, get to know the people, get to know the culture, read some Polish books, and really get involved. And I think being young and being, you know, just wanting to get into that whole circle of things in a completely different country.
Amazing things.
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the best things about travel is really being able to jump in, try something new, get to know your people a little bit more, and so it started off...
So it's amazing for you and amazing for careers too.
Career, yeah.
Careers too, and that is great. Here in Warsaw, what is your favorite things?
I think one of the most, the greatest things about Warsaw are definitely some of the architecture and the buildings and the history. There's some really great museums. There are beautiful parks. There are an abundance of really cool little cafes and bookstores. And there's also, if you get the chance, I would also recommend to check out some milk bars. Those are places that, you know, you get to sit down and have a traditional Polish meal for super cheap. And there's old grandmas who are cooking them up for you. I definitely recommend that.
You can go there now. No,
are you hungry?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. With Lucas, we go to eat in a typical Polish restaurant.
All right, so we're at a milk bar right now. So basically, what happened is during the communist times, when it was tough to get food and food was scarce, they created these little restaurants where you can come in and get traditional Polish food for really, really, really cheap. So as you can tell, look how much food we have. There's a lot of food and it's all traditional. It's sort of the food that you would have at your grandma's house. This, for example, we've got some sauerkraut with some pork, with some meat. It's like a stew. It's a sauerkraut stew. We've got some fried cutlet, and then we've got, of course, some barley. We've got a pickle soup. It's just really good. You have to try it. These are some cucumbers with sour cream, which is also really nice. And then you have a beet soup. Some beets, potatoes, and then here are these are called krokiety, so they're like these rolls that are fried, and inside you have sauerkraut and mushrooms, and of course we've got some mushroom sauce. So usually when people come to Poland, they go to all the fancy restaurants and they eat for really, really expensive, but the best thing to do is to actually come to one of these like really, really old, like you can look around, get served by really, really mean and angry old women who don't want to be here, and they're always angry. Like the lady that we paid with, she's always pissed off. Today she was mad that we were paying her with cash and we didn't have smaller change, and she said I'm stealing all her money, and so this is the way it is.
We pay like here.
You paid like 15 zloty, which is like, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Wow, thank you a lot.
You're very welcome.
Thank you a lot. The restaurant is located in the district of Praga, and it's so good, really so good.
I just want to tell you, Mr. Camera, that we are filming literally 2 minutes after we filmed the intro, and look how much food is left on the plate.
Wow, it's true. 2 minutes, 2 minutes is gone. It's gone. Wow. Since we are in Praga district, let's do a tour. Sincerely, this neighborhood seems very dangerous. Few people around, few things to do. A park that is also a zoo, and that's it. Yes, that's it. I don't understand why Lucas wants to live here. Really, I don't understand.
I really want to live in this area. Like, it's so cool. Do you see now why I like it?
Another thing you must to see in Warsaw is the Palace of Culture. It's a stunning gift to the city. The building is so impressive. Are you listening this music? This is the music of Chopin, Frédéric Chopin. In the town you can visit his museum, and what is inside? Well, here you can hear his audio tracks, you can see his paper and things like that. All of this cost 24 zloty. I end my tourist day in one of the most beautiful places of the city. This is the river Wilca, which cuts the city in two parts. In the evening, I'm meeting Lucas again. At this time, he told me about this monument.
Hey, so we're at a monument right now. To the left, we have 1939. That is obviously the beginning of the Second World War. And at the end, we have 1945, which is the end of the Second World War. In the middle, we have it's a P with a W at the bottom. So what that stands for is Powstanie Warszawskie. Powstanie Warszawskie basically means the uprising of Warsaw. So what happened was, if you may or not be familiar, 95% of Warsaw was absolutely gone. It was bombarded, it was ruined, it was shot down from the army and such. So what happened was, one day the Polish Warsaw army decided to fight back for the city, and so they created an army and basically fought out anyone who was in the city that was, you know, an enemy. And so the Powstanie Warszawskie basically talks about the uprising, and so I believe, and I may be wrong, so I'm really sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe the battle lasted 70 days or 90 days, that the Polish people fought back to take control of Warsaw. And so this is basically a monument to celebrate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Then we go to get something to drink, and here I met him. His name is Kuba, a Polish guy, very friendly. After he met me for just 2 seconds, he comes to me and offers me a beer without really knowing me. Really, it's true.
Okay, one for you?
Cheers! Yeah. This is the guy who bought it.
Thank you a lot. He offered me a beer without really knowing me. That is fantastic. He hasn't offered me just a beer, but also 2 shots. If you want to know the cost, a beer costs just 6 zloty and the shots just 4 zloty. So it's really cheap. Another thing you must go to see in the city is this building. In fact, this building is a museum. The Museum of History of Polish Jews in Warsaw. It is the most beautiful museum I ever seen. Really, it's the most beautiful museum. In the museum you can find screens, representation, animation, video games and set that allow you to enjoy the story of the Jewish people from the start to the finish. Simple, amazing, beautiful. Back to Lucas, he told me that I should see a park. Now...
You are going Parco dei Łazienki.
Yes, a park that is located in the south of the city.
Beautiful.
It's better?
Yeah, oh, here. This is beautiful.
Yes, it's so beautiful. The sunset, with Lucas at this time, we go to eat in another Polish restaurant. Really not bad. So, what is this?
This is your surprise. This, my friend, is pickled herring. Whenever we eat this stuff, we also have vodka. Zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Interesting.
Wow! It's strong.
It is strong.
It's strong. Yeah.
And the vodka is gone.
Vodka is not the only thing we drank. We finished this evening in a pub, and so here we are.
Shot time!
So, let's start!
1, 2, 3! Cheers!
Niektóry przegoni.
Oh fuck! Drink!
Niestety mam talent.
Bravo, Giovanni! You're so
Teraz specjalnie dla Uber.
So that's it. I think I show you everything about this town. But before I close this video, I want to give you my opinion about the city, the people and the life here in Warsaw. Well, Warsaw is absurd. Building, palace, parks, many things to visit and to do. A lot of people think that Warsaw is just a city about working. But it's not like that. Yes, here you can work a lot, but people have also an open mind and they are wonderful, always ready to drink and to have fun. So all is this is just beautiful. Now I swear this is really all about it. So check out my other stuff here, and thanks to watching this video, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next trip. Bye, o meglio, ciao!
Warszawa jest smutna bez ciebie. 7 dni mokrych i niechętnych, 7 dni. Czy to trochę nie za dużo? Śni mi się dzwon.